Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back. So let's talk about ZEC. We've talked about the three white soldiers. We talked about the weekly time frame being way bullish, and I've been speaking about the fact that since you have these three white soldiers, it has actually looked like we're still meant to go above 751, and it does seem like I was pretty much spot on with the previous videos and the last one that I did made when the market was falling down. I did try to enter back here at, I think it was like 480. Yeah, I did take an entry at 480. Unfortunately, we got stopped out because it actually came down 431. So maybe my entries were a little bit early. And then I thought, okay, let's actually do 304. And that's where I could actually buy things. Now you are at a place of resistance where you're struggling to break above one more time, right? And it does look like if you end up breaking this as well, we could see a move up, push, and then continue even higher, maybe to $1,000, and continue with the bullish momentum. For some reason, this could be the beginning of distribution as well. Distribution is when the whales start to sell. Be very, very careful. The RSI, it has a divergence as well. So could you be bullish? Well, be a little careful because you have the prices on the side, you have the RSI falling down. And then if we go on to the daily, here, let's actually bring in the daily time frame and see the RSI on the daily time frame. Yes. So even on the daily, we do have a very, very clear RSI going to the downside. One is gigantic, one is small one. And you can see that this one right here is a sideways price right now, and then the RSI is pretty much very, very down. So that is a bearish sign. And even a bigger gigantic one is where you have the price which is very high like this and then pretty much very flat here. So that is also something to be very, very careful of. Now, of course, we cannot base the whole trade based on an RSI divergence. RSI could be disrespected, and we've seen ZEC disrespecting RSI. It actually disrespected it right over here as well, right here. So when you're bullish, the RSI doesn't really come into play that much, but it's still good to actually point it out to give you a heads up because you cannot completely ignore that either. And now there is something that is coming until the following date. So if you take this resistance and you take support like that, then we have a date for ourselves until 27 November. Today's 20. So in the next 7 days, there is a move coming. I would actually even suppose that there could be a fake out to 783 and then drop down to maybe 429 or even 308. The reason why I say I do believe at some point you're coming to $300 for ZEC. And as I said before, it is just simply because the weekly time frame, when it was broken out, there was never ever any retest that happened. So this was resistance, two resistances, one resistance here. You also got rejected with one candle here, and then eventually the third candle went up. So you didn't backtest. All you did is you broke really, really high, and you took out. Everyone was trying to short this resistance, right? So that's what really happened at that time. And with that being said, I still think that this is going to be a new local support and a place where it could be a good idea to buy. I even had a chat with, AI, and AI was saying that yes, $350, $300, $290 is a place where a lot of analysts are looking for buying. It will be a better place to buy actually. So in the next 7 days, expect some drama to come in even more. Now let's say, I'm not saying that necessarily you're going to do a fall to the downside. Maybe for the sake of being bullish, if you are bullish, all you need to do, if you're on the bullish side, just play with the stop loss maybe down at 570. If you're going to actually break at 746, then your stop is going to be at 570. Now understand this is a very big stop loss, by the way. That is like 22%. And the reason being is the whole pattern is on the daily time frame, and the daily is a higher time frame. So you're going to have to play with bigger stop losses. It's not like 5 minutes time frame where you're scalping and 1% becomes a big deal. No, this is daily, and daily have bigger risk, also big rewards as well, because if you're going to actually move from 675, you could be looking at 1,000. So you're putting in yourself at a risk of like 22% just to get that 43%. It's like 1 to 2 ratio, which for me, honestly, personally, I think right now as we speak, it is not worth it to get into ZEC. You have all these altcoins that are literally less risky. Even Pepe is better right now. I mean, why play with something that is so high, which has a threat to go down, obviously, just thinking that it looks very strong? I won't really recommend to go into the buying area. I'm not saying it couldn't go any higher. I don't really know. And I don't even care if it actually goes up. I just have better option at the moment, and that's all I can say. So that's it for the video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Love, peace.